I was self-reflecting on a huge insecurity I used to have. Well, I still kind of have it, but it's not as bad as before. As the title of the video shows, right, it's kind of obvious to us that talking 24/7 isn't love to someone. But even though we know this rationally, we don't think about it as much, because if someone doesn't communicate with us consistently as much as we are available or as much as our needs want, sometimes we take it very personally, especially if we're emotionally vulnerable with someone or we've been emotionally vulnerable with someone in the past. Man, I used to literally throw fits when I was in like a talking stage with someone, or I was talking to someone and the communication wasn't as active as it used to be. I remember years ago, this is so petty, right? But people still do this, by the way. Man, if someone didn't talk to me on Discord enough, that was it. You off the friends list, bro. Like, that's it. I used to, or on Steam, I would do the same thing. I used to be that petty. This one time, I would take it so personally. Like, don't have me admin if we're not going to talk. You know what I'm saying? And people have done that to me as well. Like, hey, sometimes we put too much value in communication in a relationship or friendship, and that may sound backwards. Like, what do you mean communication? Communication is key, right? Look, just because I don't look at your memes, or like I don't update you on every important moment in my life, or keep up to date with you on what's new, it doesn't mean I don't like you or I'm not in love with you if our bond is in that context. But again, people say communication is key, right? But let's not misinterpret that. Communication is crucial. Communication is key. But what that means is that you need to communicate about your needs, boundaries, and feelings when it matters. That's what communication is key. That's what that's meant to mean. A real bond between you and somebody else is when your actions show up more than you just talking. Sorry, I just hit my keyword. Listen, it's showing up, right? It's showing up when things really count for somebody. That's what really defines a friendship. And remembering the small stuff without needing someone to prompt you about it. And again, just because I'm not engaging with every meme you send or update, it shouldn't erase our connection. But we make that happen. Like I mentioned, I used to be very insecure about that. Not about me sending memes to people and not responding, but sometimes there would be nothing to talk about. And I felt, maybe this is a waste of time. Maybe we don't really rock with each other. Or I would let that start creating worries in my head about this person. Maybe, did I say something wrong in this message? Or like, I'll start like reading back on like our chats and be like, man, maybe that came off wrong. Maybe that's what offended them or something like that. Life can be just pulling us in different directions. One of my best friends, I talked about him in older videos. He got a job as a truck driver. I've known him for like 8 years at this point. I think a little bit longer. I've never met this guy in person. We've been friends on Discord forever. We used to talk daily, play games together, talk about really personal things in our lives. Bro got busy. That's it. I got busy. We both got busy. We don't really got time to talk like that anymore. But we keep in touch. We were just talking yesterday and today too about the new Pokemon game. We're both thinking about getting it and like playing together, but I don't really feel like investing into it because I know how I get. Once I start gaming, I procrastinate too much. So like, I'm like really tempted. That's why I've been playing Elden Ring for like the past over 100 videos. I still haven't beat the game because like, bro, whenever I need footage, that's when I'll play the game. Like I don't really play to have fun. I just play to put something in the background. But like even with relationships, think of like eating or drinking. Maybe a weird analogy here, but follow where I'm going with this. Follow me. You know what I'm saying? Follow where I'm going with this. You don't need to eat every 5 minutes, right? Because what is that? That's overeating. And that's not good for you. But if you consume food at healthy timings, it's better for you, right? Like there's a difference between volume versus quality. If you keep talking so much to each other, how are you not surprised by this? It's an excess in volume versus quality in timing. You don't water a garden every hour or you'll drown your garden. You need to nurture your garden when it's needed. This is the same thing with talking to people. And when I said life is pulling us in different directions, such is life. If life pulls people in different directions, particularly in relationships, and it causes somebody to be unfaithful, because I think we've all seen that happen or experienced that, right? You stop talking to somebody or it gets dry, and then all of a sudden, this is when they start cheating. This is when they start, they got this little guy friend or this girlfriend or something. You know what I'm talking about, depending on what you're into, right? And look, in my opinion, almost like a double-edged sword, but oftentimes if you're being unfaithful, that's like an internal issue with you or with them. Because look, they're going to do the same thing to the next person. I'm going to be real with you. So if you're disgruntled because you lost somebody, because you had other responsibilities and you just couldn't like fit their communication needs because they have too much time on their hands or something like that, hey, and again, double-edged sword. Maybe you didn't have enough time for somebody, but the time you had for them wasn't quality. See where I'm going with this? Remember I talk about with the volume versus quality thing? Because sometimes we don't have enough time to talk to somebody 24/7 or as much, but the time you do talk to them, it's not a good conversation. It's not very fun. It's not very interesting. It's very negative. And then and maybe that's why they left or decided to be unfaithful. That's why maybe you left or you decided to be unfaithful. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying? That's not good to be unfaithful, but who knows? But you get my point. People make new friends too, okay? But this should prove my point that talking 24/7 is not love. It doesn't mean you truly rock with somebody and you're just maybe infatuated with them. And if you talk to somebody 24/7, it can mean, listen, it could be both ways. It can mean you are in love with them, right? What's wrong with talking 24/7? Talk to someone you love, you know what I'm saying? But you got to ask the question. What will happen if you two don't talk 24/7 anymore? If you two don't go on dates anymore? If you two stop hanging out together? Not because of resentment or negative feelings. Life can just pull you guys in different directions. Start asking these questions. People have different communication habits and it clashes with people. But sometimes you drowned people out or you feel drowned out. Stop watering the garden. The only time I feel bothered nowadays when responses aren't like when I don't get responses from people are like if the topic's like an emergency or something of priority, then I'll get like irritated, like, why isn't this person talking to me? But like, but otherwise, get back to me when you can. And like now, I don't even respond to people as much anymore because like, this is another thing I learned about boundaries here. Some people, here's another thing, and I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about, this feeling I'm about to explain here. You ever had somebody message you, right, or text you, and talking to them will take too much time out of your day? Yeah, those type of people, at this point, I don't even reply anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like, I'm so glad that you could just mute text messages now. Like, because then I'll only see the message when I open up, like, my message app because I don't even want to get notifications because I feel like I'm going to feel bad for not replying. I know that about me. Like, I'm just going to have an urge to reply to them. But then, like, at the same time, I know that I'm going to spend too much time talking to this person because I spent so much time talking to this person in the past that it took away my productivity and it took away from other things I prioritize. And, if I do it, like I said, if I talk to them again, now I got to deal with this again because they hit me up and they're going to drown me with yapping and conversations. And it's like, I'm not trying to listen to this, bro. Like, I got stuff to do, and that's the thing too with relationships. This happens there too. It could be you. It could be me. And we aren't even self-aware of it. Sometimes we are those people in relationships. And it's literally the reason why the relationship gets dry, or once we get in a relationship with somebody, all of a sudden, we don't get as much work done anymore. That ever happened to you before? Or we get too distracted texting somebody that, hey, previously you were on the grind. Hey, you were going to the gym, you were doing that, but now you texting somebody all the time. It's like now you staying up too late, you're too tired to go to the gym in the morning, or you get what I'm saying? Like now you're not just grinding like that anymore. That's not a good sign. You know what I'm saying? Like this is what I'm talking about. Some people just take too much time of your day. Like you got stuff to do. Like I'm not here to listen to this, bro. Like, bro, you just gotta mute certain people. You just gotta not reply to certain people. Again, I've been on both sides of this too. Hey, this episode is found on Spotify and YouTube. I'm out.